Well, information security in general, I think, is fast becoming one of the more dynamic industries that we've seen, and that, for some, is a bit of a paradox because oftentimes information security is viewed as being the guys who look after firewalls, the people who really understand the technical components, and increasingly it's moved into being very much more of a business issue. That's been driven a lot, of course, by technology. Cyber security, cyber crime, cyber criminals, and cyber terrorism certainly are impacting the majority of businesses and indeed governments. And what we're seeing is, collectively, I think, both public, private and government organisations wanting to work very much more collaboratively together to resolve some of these issues. We have some of the, what I would term some of the infrastructure facilities that are really developing and changing at a rapid pace. By that I'm not talking so much about large-scale broadband networks and infrastructure that most people would understand. I'm talking about things like smartphones, I'm talking about tablets, I'm talking about the way in which individuals not just make use of technology for their personal use, but the blending and the merging of these things so that we're very often seeing the same device being used both for business purposes and personal purposes. And from a security standpoint, that raises a number of key challenges. If we add to that the general increase in social media, the way in which Generation Y tend to now go about doing their business, we have a mass of data that is being created on an ongoing daily basis. We call that big data, of course. About most of the data is being created in unstructured fashion. Probably about 90% of it, in fact, is totally unstructured. And that is also presenting us both with challenges and opportunities. I think that big data itself has a wealth of opportunities, particularly if you look at it from, say, a marketing standpoint, from the consumer side of things. From the corporate side, however, there are a number of key worries, I guess I would say, about how you collect the data, how you store it, how you analyze it, what you do with it subsequently. Are you putting it in the cloud? Privacy issues that, again, are particularly important both in places like this, India, but also around the rest of the world.